everybody, this is Josh from Music Lesson here. I just wanted to make a quick video to talk to you about music, the music industry, but primarily your influences and your inspirations. You know, what inspires you as a musician or as a human being, really, for that matter. Um, there's been a couple of things, I'm not going to dive into them specifically, but there's been a couple of things lately that have taken place in the music industry that have questioned inspirations and origins and where people got their music from. And trust me, this is in no way um, condoning or allowing for blatant plagiarism. There's definitely a place where that needs to be dealt with swiftly and at times legally. But this is really more about you when you're playing and when you're developing as a musician, as an artist, as a performer, as a showman, and as a writer. I think it's extremely important to expose yourself or find a teacher or a mentor that will expose you to as many different types of music or artistic influences as possible. That doesn't mean that you're going to love everything that you hear. That doesn't mean you're going to retain everything that you hear. But it's critically important to not stay inside of that box that we create for ourselves. Okay. That's just kind of like that's just a life thing. Number one, you extrapolate that out to a life principle. Okay, try to get yourself out there and be exposed to as much as possible. I have a theory with really great students, particularly young ones, and with really dynamic and exceptional talents. It's important to start exposing them to different things, different influences, different types of whatever it is that they're learning at a very early age. I think that's very, very important because they develop over time, and what sticks with them will make them more varied in their approach. What sticks with them will expand their mind and maybe make some connections that wouldn't normally be there for other people. Okay. Now, this just goes to regular individuals, adults, children, seasoned citizens, whoever. It doesn't really matter. But try not to stay inside of your box so much and try to go outside of what you're doing as often as possible. Now, I'll give you an example for that right now. Violin. Violin, not really well known for blues, jazz, rock, so on and so forth. Much more in recent years, in recent times, right? Let me just get this off my screen. Much more in recent years, in recent times, than has been traditionally the case for violin. Sure, we maybe had some string pads or some string backings, before the last 20 years or so. But, those types of playing have really come into vogue in the last 20 years, okay? And I think things are going to change even further on the violin in the future. But just moving forward from there, there's a lot of crazy things that have been done with slapping a guitar in the guitar strings that you would have not normally seen in the past that have really come into vogue in the past 20 years. Now, that doesn't mean that they were just created in the last 20 years. Okay, I'll give you a perfect example. Eddie Van Halen did not create tapping. A lot of people think he did. He didn't. Okay, he just made it mainstream. He brought it to the masses. Okay, and there's a lot to be said for that. I don't want anybody to deride or chastise Eddie Van Halen for bringing tapping to the masses because it taught a whole new generation of guitar players that really awesome and very cool technique. Okay, so we could sit here and say that, oh, Eddie just ripped so and so off, and let's be honest, there's nothing new under the sun. Countless musicians and artists have ripped off other musicians and artists. It's called being influenced by them. Okay. Now, if you want to just completely copy and paste something and sell it as your own, yeah, there's a problem with that. Okay. But you're influenced by something. Okay. Take that influence, run with it, because you're going to do something with that myself or someone else might not be able to or have thought about even playing or putting something like that together. So make sure that you expose yourself to as much as you possibly can as far as music, as far as writing, as far as performance goes, and see what sticks and see what you can create yourself. Okay. And that's what I can say. That's my tip for you today as far as growing and trying to become something a little bit more than just the genre that you might be learning right now. Foundations are key. Don't throw away the foundations of your instrument or your voice or your showmanship, whatever it is that you need. But definitely give yourself license and liberty to go outside of all of that and find new inspirations. Okay? All right, that's the tip for the day. Hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. You're going to see a few different things on the Facebook page and the website. We've been doing some behind the scenes fixing stuff for the website, so you're not going to see a whole lot of a ton of new articles or content on the website specifically just yet. So I'm going to kind of go here and do a lot of different things on the Facebook page, and I'm going to try to do a lot of different things so that you can have it, have something to go to and content to go to. Okay. But yeah, so that's the tip for today. If you like this, if it helped you, subscribe. Check out some other videos on the channel. Hit that little bell so that you always get notifications for the YouTube channel. And remember, music is magic. And the second thing is love to practice. I'll see you soon. Thanks.